Cool.
Alrighty. Hello, Christina.
Hello, David. Long time no
And
see.
hello to everybody else. Thank you for joining us at the launch of the Rescue Sports Series Season 3, 2026-2027. Thank you for joining us. It's exciting times, and we are totally looking forward to introducing what lies ahead in this upcoming season. Some very exciting additions, updates, changes, and all will be revealed in the next few minutes. Before we get started, we just want to bring a bit of context and history to the conversation. 2 seasons ago, when the Rescue Sports Series was launched, and from the outset, it was to build something new for life-saving sport in South Africa, and a competition platform that's going to give more people into the sport, give more clubs opportunities to compete, and ultimately help grow life-saving. Before I carry on, can I just ask you all to put your microphones on mute so that my glorious speeches aren't interrupted by background music and chatter? Thank you. Right, so where was I? Just the context of the Rescue Sports Series, where it came from, where it started. And obviously, what we want to do is we wanted to give clubs and competitors more opportunities to compete and ultimately grow life-saving. And that's kind of where the purpose, not kind of, completely where the purpose of the Rescue Sports Series goes beyond competition. It is really about recruiting and retaining the next generation of lifeguards. We want to grow awareness of the sport, and we want to create exciting, inclusive competition that inspires our athletes and serves our communities. So that's what the Rescue Sports Series is about. That's what was launched 2 seasons ago. And in season 3, we're going to bigger and better heights. In just 2 seasons, we have grown significantly. From the first season to last season, we saw the overall participation across events. So that's how many events people are entering and taking part in. That number grew by 62%. That is a massive jump. And probably the biggest and the best stat that we've got is that we have seen 7 clubs recording a positive participation. So more of their members competing and entering and doing more events. The digital side, well, that's where Christina can tell you a little bit more about that. And in large part, thanks to her just putting out this content, but definitely to all of you guys for engaging, sharing, commenting, liking, and continuing to grow our digital following. That grew by a whopping 504%. It just basically skyrocketed. And so we've reached 3 million views globally. And that's a lot of views. Over and above that, let's get down to the nitty-gritty prize money. We've had over 600,000, so 605,000 rand to be precise. That's been awarded to champions, to clubs, and to officials at our prize givings. And then the program itself has also grown. We had a long format of 4 surf and 2 pool competitions. Now we've got 5 surf and 4 pool competitions that we can look forward to now coming into season number 3. More about that in a little bit. Last year, then we also saw the introduction of the Ocean Man and Ocean Woman events and standalone events with their own little series and prize money, which really was well received by all our athletes. All in all, the Rescue Sports Series has given us more opportunities to become better lifeguards. So there's more competition, we've got higher standards, and now we are going into season number 3. We want to see better racing. We want to see better preparation for the Worlds coming up. We want to see stronger clubs. We want to see our clubs getting stuck in, bringing their members down, getting involved. And this is ultimately going to build a stronger future for life-saving and for life-saving sport. Remember, those 2 things are very much joined. So it's not about just getting bigger, it's also about getting better. Right, I'm going to hand over now to Christina, and she is going to take you through the season ahead. Christina is the general manager of the Rescue Sports Series. Christina, tell us, what can we look forward to going into season 3?
Thank you, David. Before I get into all the exciting developments happening for season 3, I wanted to take everyone back to where the series first started, because we feel like season 3 is going to be a huge milestone and it's a bit of a full circle moment. So, if I take you back to 2024, it was the Life Saving World Championships on the Gold Coast of Australia. Quite a few of us had made our way over there to take part in the racing, whether it was from a master's perspective, there was the national teams, and then there was also some of our clubbies racing in interclubs. But a few of us also went over with a bit of a mission of let's try to soak up as much knowledge as possible. We're heading to Australia. This is the mecca of life saving. What can we learn from them about things that we could bring home and maybe implement of what we could do to change how racing is happening locally? We just didn't know what that would look like. And so we wanted to go over there and get some answers. But surprise, surprise, when we got over there, we noticed that there really wasn't much separating us from these famous Australians. They had the exact same PVC poles in the sand. There was the same chaos in the marshalling zone, the same batons on the beach, same mannequins in the pool, the same enthusiastic volunteer officials, the same gazebos that were hanging on by a thread. There was the same passionate community stretched across the pool deck and across the beach, the same unpredictable ocean that led to lots of stories, the same unforgiving sand, and they even had the same length swimming pool. These observations turned into a lot of conversations. We had casual chats with people involved in the World Ocean Series. We chatted to some stalwarts and some salty sea dogs of the life-saving movement and realized that South Africa had everything it needed to build something of its own. So we came home, got stuck in, and started building out the concept of what a new style of local racing could look like. In plotting this out, we also realized that here in South Africa and the Western Cape, we have very different challenges. Australia has had decades of investment, national visibility, and a platform that has brought life saving sport into the homes across the country for many years. Generations have grown up watching events like Nutrigrain, Ironman, and Uncle Toby's. There's been lifeguards on cereal boxes, on billboards. It's a pretty big deal over there. We knew we didn't really have that same national platform at our fingertips. We didn't have that history or level of investment behind the sport yet. And we also realized that we have a serious drop off in athletes and lifeguards as they move into under 19 and into open. We start off with hundreds of nippers, and as we get older and many of our lifeguards grow up, they seem to fade away. This matters because fewer athletes staying in the sport also means fewer lifeguards are patrolling on our beaches. So we couldn't simply copy and paste the Australian model. Our challenges then became our strategy. We wanted to create a sport that would inspire legends to return. We wanted younger lifeguards to look forward to the day that they would one day get to race in the open arena. We wanted to create a space that keeps people involved for longer, where athletes can compete, clubs can grow, and the next generation can see a very exciting future in life saving. We also know that South Africa needs to tell its own story. Ocean, beach, and pool all needed an equal platform. We weren't going to focus on just one. Our clubs are built on generations of volunteers, and they also need their stories told. And our athletes need to become part of a growing history of the sport. So we're building that history right now. Every race, every photo, every video, it's one story at a time that we're building into a giant library. We're building a community of rescue sport fans, telling the stories that matter and creating a legacy worthy of our lifeguards. So now, 2 years later, the World Championships are back, and this time it's going to be on home soil. And that's what's making this all feel pretty full circle as we head into season 3. We went there in 2024 to learn from a sport that had been built over decades. And now, in just 2 years, we have something of our own to be incredibly proud of and something to take back to that global life-saving community and have those chats on the beach about and probably brag about a little bit. So this is what is making the Rescue Sports Series feel different this season. And this is what you can be proud of sharing when you enter the beach or enter the pool deck at World Champs later this year.
Oh, Christina, thank you for that, for that context and just running through that history. And absolutely, this is something that we can be proud of. It's completely homegrown, and it's happening here in the Western Cape, and we're making it happen. And it's thanks to a few people driving it, but mostly to our athletes getting on board. And then we're getting the sponsors, and we're getting all the support. We've got our officials getting on board and supporting, changing formats and all that kind of stuff. And so, we're going to talk about that in a bit. Why don't you tell us? I mean, and this is important for people to know. We've got 4 goals that are basically driving us for season 3, and it'll be fantastic to have everyone that's involved get behind these goals. Can you tell us a little bit more about those 4 goals? What are they, and just give us a bit of context?
Great. Yeah. So, I mean, all of us who love sport, we all love having goals and going after them
Absolutely.
and chasing them. The bigger, the
Yeah.
better. And so our 4 goals for season 3 are all designed around growth. Our first one is to grow the sport. That's goal number 1. Goal number 2 is to develop our athletes. Goal number 3 is to raise the standard. And goal number 4 is to build the future. So we're going to take you through how we are going to realize those goals. We've got different metrics that are attached to them and different things that we're implementing so that we can help achieve these goals together. Our first goal is pretty simple: grow the sport. This means that we want to see more athletes competing, more clubs growing, and we want to create more opportunities for people to take part in rescue sport. One of the ways that we're doing this is that we are releasing our biggest racing calendar yet. The racing calendar is available for you to see on the Rescue Sports Series homepage, rescuesportseries.com. But I'll quickly read through what that calendar is going to look like. We're going to start off with racing on the 10th of October at UWC for the first pool competition. We then head to Fishhook on the 17th of October for the first surf competition. Then 1 weekend later, we're back at Fishhook on the 24th of October for a brand new competition called Rescue. More on that competition format later. Then on the 7th of November, we go to Clifton Fourth Beach for the second surf competition. The 14th of November, we're back at UWC for our second pool competition. And by that stage, you've raced 5 times and you're then going off to World Champs. So you're going to be pretty well prepped.
Amazing preparation. Just fantastic preparation for Worlds.
Then we're all going to be at Worlds. We're all going to be having a great time in PE. New Year's going to come and go. January, you're going to be finding your feet again. We get back into racing on the 6th of February, 2027, and that will be at Strand for our third surf competition. Then on the 13th of February, staying true to its roots, we're on that Valentine's Day weekend. We're going to be at Belleville for our third pool competition. I know Kieran Blanche will be pretty excited that that's another way for him to spend his Valentine's. We then have a very exciting format change for our Western Cape Surf Championships. We are going to be racing this over 3 days. We start with day 1 and 2 on the 27th and 28th of February at Milnerton. We then return for a third day of racing at Milnerton on the 13th of March. We then finish up our huge calendar with the Western Cape Pool Championships at UWC Pool on the 3rd of April, giving athletes enough time to be prepped and primed before we all head off to Durban for our national champs. So with that, season 3 is our biggest racing calendar to date. We have 11 days of racing across a 7-month season. With the rescue event, there's going to be some exciting formats coming through that haven't been raced before. We've also added the additional day of the Western Cape Surf Championships. I think history would show that in the last 3 years, we've really struggled to get through our entire program in just 2 days. So as participation grows, completing the full championship program is just going to become more and more difficult. Adding this extra day is going to give us more room to race. It's going to reduce any limits on heat sizes and give our community ultimately more chances to rock up and race. Everyone deserves the chance to get on the line and to become a better lifeguard.
And I'll
In
just
addition,
jump in here quickly, Christina.
yeah,
I just want to, on those calendar dates, just want to say, like, big ups to our officials team. People, if you had to know the amount of backwards and forwards that we had to go through to get this calendar out. I mean, remember, it's not just these events, it's other events that are happening in Cape Town. Our officials are also managing NIPRA events that are also happening on other weekends. And really, we have to put our hands together and dob our hats to our officials and our committee on that side that really got behind this and try to make this program work. And especially on the Western Cape Champs, it's not just about an extra day. It's about limiting your ski when you have to bring skis through the trailers, making it easy to do that, making it easier for our competitors to do as many events as possible. And so it's a really good program, and we're looking forward to running through it. Okay, Christina, sorry to interrupt you. Off you go.
all good. So, in addition to our goal of growing the sport, we're going to be putting more opportunity in the hands of our clubs. Thanks to Solid Oak's continued investment in the growth of lifesaving and the incredible response we've seen in just 2 seasons, we've changed the Club Growth Award. Previously, the Club Growth Award was measured across participation in pool and surf combined. This season, we're splitting it. But don't
Drum
worry,
roll.
we're not splitting the prize money. We're actually adding in an additional 25,000 Rand. So that means there's 75,000 Rand on the table for clubs to win. You can win this in one of 3 ways. Well, you can win, your share of 75,000 Rand in 3 ways. There's the Surf Club Growth Award. The club with the biggest growth in surf participation from season 2 to season 3 wins 25,000 Rand. Pool Club Growth Award. The club with the biggest growth in pool participation from season 2 to season 3 wins 25,000 Rand. And then finally, there's 25,000 Rand for the top point scoring club. That is based on the total points scored across pool and surf. So our challenge remains. We want every club to grow. Get stuck in.
Amazing.
And finally, with regards to growth, there's also more on the line for athletes. We are very excited to announce that the total Champion Awards prize pool is increasing to 201,800 Rand.
Another drum
Across the
roll.
series, athletes will compete for champion titles in surf and pool disciplines. Surf, we will have the same board, ski, swim, flags, long run, sprints. Pool, 50 mannequin, 200 super, rescue medley, 100 carry, 100 tow. And we're excited to finally introduce 200-meter obstacles as an official leaderboard event. It is joining the ranks of the champions. We know so many of you love swimming this event. You're just like, please give us the distance, please. So 200 obstacles is now a champion award event. It's got its own investment. So there are now 6 pool and 6 surf disciplines where you can win titles. As always, open and under 19, the top 5 open and the top 3 under 19 have access to cash prizes. And then titles will be won across under 17 and under 15. For all the champion awards, information, point system, and prize money, we've got it listed for you on the website. It's in its own section, so you can go check it out on rescuesportseries.com. David,
Amazing.
that
Thank
is
you,
just goal
Christina.
number 1.
That's goal number 1. We better start running through this. Yeah, go to Rescue Sports Series. You can check out. It's all been updated there. What you're racing for, what you're training for, and certainly an exciting season ahead. So goal number 2, we want to develop our athletes, and obviously with more racing, it becomes more opportunities to develop. What we want from you as athletes is we want to get your foot on the line in the sand or on the starting block at the pool. don't be scared, and don't not compete. Okay, get yourself at the start line of an event. We've given you uh, 5 opportunities to race before Worlds. So what amazing preparation to actually get real race experience, real racing before the World Champs. It's going to be, I mean, the World Champs, when are we going to have it in South Africa again? We don't know. It's an amazing opportunity for us. Let's support these events and get there and race them. And it's perfect race practice. So there's 2 pool competitions, the 2 surf competitions, and our rescue competition, giving you opportunity to do tube and board rescue before the Worlds comes in. In the surf, there's one major change, and this is that we've booted the run swim run, folks. Surf swim. That will be the only swim event that's contested during the regular season. The run swim run is not a World Champs event, and it's only going to be contested at the Western Cape Surf Champs. I know that some of you love the run swim run, and I know every rescue will be preceded by a run. I know that, but the surf swim is the pillar. It's the pillar of our sport, the pillar event. It's a cornerstone, and we're going to contest that across the entire season. And there's obviously amazing prizes for that. So yeah, the focus obviously is to give our athletes more opportunities to race before the World Champs, before the internationals, the World Champs. So that's why we're going to do as many surf swims as possible. Okay, let's talk about this rescue event at Fishhook on the 24th of October. Also, how exciting. 3 weekends in a row, people. 3 weekends in a row. Boom, boom, boom. You're racing life-saving. The rescue event is going to be on Fishhook on the 24th of October, and it's going to focus specifically on rescue and team-based racing. So we're going to have the board rescue, the tube rescue, then we're going to have a mixed M-course taplin. Come on. How exciting is that going to be? A mixed M-course taplin, and then just for the Llandudno folk, we are going to have the long run relay. But I know there's a few clubs that are going to be challenging you for that one. That's going to be happening at Fishhook. So get involved. Get involved, people. Come and do these rescue events at the rescue event at Fishhook. Right, the Ocean Man and Ocean Woman competition. It's getting a bit of a refresh. There is a 100,000 Rand prize pool that's going to continue. And there's some additional benefits for you athletes, for the Open Champions. We have got 2 new sponsors. Welcome to Sealand and to Ocean Trade Supplies. I know you guys saw the announcements on the Instagram page, and it's fantastic to have these 2 amazing brands and companies joining us. Our Ocean Women and Ocean Men athletes are going to get, what are they going to get? 50% off Sealand gear for 1 year in additional to your 12,000 Rand cash prize. That's a cool prize. There's also a little bit of a format change. So the M course format is going to be introduced, and that's going to be pre the World Champs. We're going to be introducing that M course format because that'll be the final at the Worlds. So we're going to be doing that to practice that, and then afterwards we are going to do after the Worlds we're going to be doing a live draw for the order. So it's not going to be a fixed order of swim, board, ski. And so you're going to be drawing which is going to be first, second, third. So that's going to make things quite exciting and mix it up a little bit. And so your athletes, you're going to have 4 opportunities to score points on the Ocean leaderboards. Fisher, Clifton, Strand, Mullerton, and Mullerton is going to be the double point grand final. We saw how things changed up at Clifton with those double points and a few positions changing there. It's exciting, and that's why you got to be at the Western Cape Champs. Right, let's move on to the pool events. And I've got my notes here right next to me to make sure I don't get anything wrong. The classic events are going to stay. We've got they staying, and then there's the introduction of a few new speed-focused events. So you can expect 50-meter freestyle, 50-meter with fins, 50 and 100-meter obstacle, line throw shootouts. We know how you love the line throws, and the mixed line throw. How about that? So once again, more opportunities for our athletes to race, to grow your skills, and test yourselves for the demands of international competition. So across the surf and the ocean and in the pool, our goal is the same. We want to give our athletes the best possible runway into Worlds and then keep developing our athletes into the future, into season 3. Christina, why don't you tell us a little bit more about Goal number 3.
Goal number 3 is to raise the standard. As the series grows, the competition experience needs to grow with it. That means better equipment, stronger systems, more professional delivery, and a bigger investment in the people who make the series happen. More investment in the rescue sport. We are raising the standards thanks to our sponsor, Solid Oak. They've increased their investment in the rescue sport series to more than 1 million Rand for season 3. This allows us to invest directly back into the sport, into the equipment, competition delivery, our athletes' prize pool, club money, and overall experience. We're investing
Christina,
in.
just stop. No, stop. Can you just say that again? I don't know if I saw enough love coming from the people watching as to what you just said in terms of support of our sport. Come on, people. Can you just please say again what these people are investing into our sport this year?
Solid Oak have increased their annual investment for season 3 and are investing more than 1 million Rand.
More than 1 million Rand into our sport. People, come on. Solid Oak, where do I sign up as a client? You should all be signing up to Solid Oak as a client. People, it's not just about prize money. Christina's going to tell you a little bit more about where they're investing. Christina, tell us, where is this money going to go?
So, I mean, it's not videos we were really proud of, but they did get a lot of views. I think there were quite a
Absolutely.
few videos of the board races where our cans may or may not have been a rogue participant. I think, yeah, it's a lot of the men's races. And the people spoke, the comment section came alive, and I think even at one point someone in Australia said, please can we send them some cans. So we are investing in brand new buoys for our ocean racing. We also will have some new equipment on the beach. We're also going to be investing in new mannequins and new tubes and new obstacle gates, meaning that clubs don't need to bring all of the gear to the pool competitions. We're going to have our own rescue sports series. Okay, Garth's very excited about that because he often has load trailers. And yeah, so you're going to be seeing a whole bunch of new equipment on the beach and at the pool deck. But with more equipment comes more responsibility. It's kind of like the Superman quote, especially for how it will be managed. So we are also pleased to announce that we've got 2 new Rescue Sports Series gear officers. We've got Peter Hodgkinson, who is our pool gear officer, and Denver Bjerks, who is our surf gear officer. Thank you both.
Round of applause
for stepping up and helping us raise the standard. We really appreciate your enthusiasm for spending time figuring out where the best priced equipment is, the best quality, and the best gear that's going to make our racing standard absolutely rise. Apart from investing in equipment, another part of raising the standard is also our officials. None of the competitions can happen without the people who give up their time to make them possible. As the series grows, we also need to grow and strengthen that team too. We're therefore excited to announce that Christine Kennedy is stepping into a new Rescue Sports Series officials officer role. Christine is, I'm just going to mute Garth quickly. Christine is going to help us grow, retain, and recognize our officials while strengthening the experience and support we provide to people behind the competition. Christine, thank you for stepping up. We are also still looking for someone from the pool deck to help build out the pool side of our officials officer role. So if that's you or if it's your friend in your household, please tell them to get in touch. We'd love to build a thriving community of pool officials together. David, off into the final goal.
Goal number 4. We want to build the future. You all are here watching, and if you are watching this after the fact and just watching the recording, thank you for watching all the way to the end. But you are doing it because you love the sport, and you love the sport because you love what the sport symbolizes and what it is. The sport really is about it's about being custodians of our beaches. It's about making sure that when people come to the beach, they leave the beach that day with happy memories. We keep people safe in and around the water, not just the beach, the pool as well, obviously. And so we want to build that future. We want to see more lifeguards, and we want to see more lifeguards for longer. This needs to be something that you do because you really want to do it, and you keep doing it well past your junior years, into your senior years, and into the master years. And by the way, it's been great to see so many masters coming into the fray, and we really want to see this continue. And so we want to build the future. So that means building people that want to be part of it. That's athletes, that's the clubs, that's the officials, that's volunteers, partners, supporters, everybody. And so we really want to recognize people that show up and tell those stories that matter. We want to continue to build this profile of life saving. And people need to know when they get onto the beach, they need to recognize this is a life saving competition. These are lifeguards competing, trying to be better lifeguards. And just have random people members of the public watching, because it's a really cool event to watch. So we are going to reward the community. It's not just about who's winning, but if you show up, if you race, you support, you contribute, there are going to be some amazing lucky draws. Everybody loves a lucky draw. Thank you to Sealand and to Ocean Trade Supplies. We're going to be recognizing things like Wave of the Day, Comeback of the Day, Cheerleader of the Day, Clubby who carried the most craft of the day, and more. So you don't have to be finished on a podium to be recognized. Our sponsors definitely want to recognize people who show up and just are part of the series. That means what we really want to try and encourage is just that spirit of camaraderie after an event. And I personally, and all of us who are organizing the series, really want to try and encourage you when the competition is finished and you've pulled the last strap down on that ski or on that board, or you've packed that last mannequin in. Don't just speed off. Let's hang out a bit. Let's stick around and let's have a cold beverage and maybe a little something to eat and shoot the breeze. Talk about a few of the exciting things that happen. Build a bit of camaraderie, and I think that is something that I would personally like to see come back into life saving. Is just how we hang out at a clubhouse afterwards, and for instance, at the Milnerton competition last year, it was really cool to see everyone sort of pulling up at the top there and hang out. And we want to see more of that. And I know, it's a long day on the beach, but hey, you're there already. Why not just enjoy the hospitality of the club that's hosting, or wherever we're having it, and hang out a bit. Let's hang out and don't rush off. Let's enjoy what we just did in terms of a competition. And so at the end of the season, there's going to be some newly named community awards. There's going to be the Sealand Spirit of Surf and Pool competition. And there's going to be the Ocean Trade Supplies Life Saving Legends, recognizing participation across surf, pool, and combined surf and pool events. So Spirit, your spirit, your gees, and your life saving legend. So just a note on that, we are super excited to have Sealand and Ocean Trade Supplies on board as our new community partners. They're supporting our mission and our vision for rescue sports. And you know what? Let's make sure that these guys really want to stay involved in our sport and in this series. So what you want to do, keep an eye out for special discounts, events, and giveaways throughout the season as they activate their sponsorships. And let's go and support those companies because they support us. So support us. Don't forget, you've already got 20% of Sealand products and 15% of Ocean Trade Supplies just for being a rescue sport athlete. So that's being launched tomorrow. And you can go and get the gear that you need from them. Christina, why don't you tell us a little bit more about the final piece of our puzzle, the stories that matter?
Thanks, David. Yeah, so the final part to this whole amazing season is going to be the telling of stories that matter. As life-saving athletes, we all know how much work gets put in to race at the level that you do. when you're standing on the line, you're pretty stoked that you went and had many early morning sessions, or maybe you're thinking, I really need to go and have a few more early morning sessions. But either way, you're putting in a lot of work. There's training that you're squeezing in during lunch breaks. There's the flag drills that you're doing over and over and over and over again. There's swimming in fins until the lactic acid makes you want to go chunder in a dustbin. Your Strava has more activity on it than a high rocks athlete. But then still, people around you are going to be asking, what are you training for? Why are you doing all of this? You'll turn to them and you'll say, life saving. And then they all get that glazed look over their face where they're like, what? What is life saving? How does it work? Does someone just pretend to drown and then you see who can get to them first? And then you show them a photo
Yeah.
and then they say, well, why are you
Yeah.
wearing that funny hat?
The funny
And then
hats.
oh, but this isn't like Baywatch, but is it? Or what? Why are you not running in slow motion? I didn't even know there was a real sport. Next thing, your passion kicks in, and you find yourself spending the next 5 minutes explaining to them how this is actually a really fun thing. It's a global sport. People get medals. There's beach, there's surf, there's pool, there's world championships. And before you know it, you've lost them, and they just say, yeah, maybe we should just go to a run club here. It sounds easier. So the problem in this scenario isn't the lack of passion, it's the knowledge gap. Everyone knows about the Springboks. They know everything about the players, the stories, the rivalries, the big moments, decades of media spanning back to when only radios were your only source of content have made rugby the DNA of our national story. Life saving hasn't been fortunate enough to have that history. But the really cool thing is that we're in a generation where we have the tools to change that. We have
Absolutely.
thousands of photographs, hundreds of videos, full races, highlights, club content, athlete stories, behind the scenes, and an entire community of phones in the palm of our hands. We have the ingredients. Now we just need to cook. Jokes. That's I was just all the kids say that, so I thought it would land. And that and that can't just come from the Rescue Sport series. It needs to come from all of us. Athletes, we need you to tell your stories. Clubs, we need you to share your people. Coaches, we also know all the work you're putting in. Show that work behind the results that your athletes are getting. Photographers, videographers, keep capturing the moments, and supporters, please share the content and help us get it in front of more people. The Rescue Sport series is here to provide the platform, but we need the community to fill it with stories. Our ambition is to make Rescue Sport the best TV channel that you never want to switch off. We want stories that raise awareness of life saving. We need stories that clubs can use to recruit and engage their members. And we deserve stories that celebrate athletes, coaches, volunteers, and lifeguards who make the sport what it is. Because we all know life-saving sport has a bigger purpose. It's the catalyst for raising awareness for drowning prevention, water safety, and creating the next generation of lifeguards. So let's stop treating it like a secret little community that only a few hundred people know about it. Let's lift the lid. Let's share the content, create the content,
For
tell your
sure.
club stories, become the biggest cheerleader for life saving. Because believe it or not, it's really cool to care. And if you need a hand, please get in touch. We can help you build a strategy to help tell your stories and get more people paying attention to what you and your club is doing. Because we're not just here to build a competition where everyone just races and has a bit of fun. We want to build a story of life saving and rescue sport together. So that is my pitch. and
Well
with
done, Christina.
And with that, I'm very proud to announce that season 3 is well and truly here. 4 goals, 1 direction, grow the sport, develop our athletes, raise the standard, and build the future. It's not going to be measured by what the series does alone. It's going to start with our clubs. So this is our challenge to you. Build your squads. Tell that friend who's been on the fence to come and try life-saving. Ask your instructors to put on an extra life-saving course before the season starts. Bring people through your clubhouse door. Keep your athletes training. Keep your members engaged. Keep sharing stories. And let's make season 3 the biggest year of growth for lifesaving across the Western Cape. Marshalling starts in 58 days at UWC, and we will see you there. For more details, you can check out rescuesportseries.com. We'll also be releasing more breakaways of all the content from this evening over the next couple of weeks. Thank you for those who joined us, and we will see you soon.
Show us some love quickly on the reactions, people. Come on, show us some love. Let's show us some love. There we go. Thanks, Kendra. Nicola, Denver. Nice. Oh, Nicola's like super excited. Sarah, Ozzy. Thank you, everybody.
That's
Christina,
cool.
see you at Belleville soon, huh?
Yeah. Check you soon. Cheers.
Lekker.
Bye, guys.